Doctor when she told me that you were ready to go back home again soon. Honey, everybody's waiting for you. Tina, Cord, all your friends, and that's exactly just what you need right now.
It's a nice try, Renee. Now, why don't you tell me what the doctor didn't say?
Luna, I told you that... All right. The operation wasn't the complete, total success that Dr. Curran was hoping for.
I'm not gonna walk again.
Oh, yes, you are. If I have to carry you myself to those physical therapy sessions, you are going to walk again.
You know, you can't make something happen just 'cause you want it to. I found that out the hard way.
You listen to me, Miss Moody. You have the will. You have the strength. You can do this.
And Renee, what if it does work and I can't walk again? Max won't be there.
Darling, it doesn't necessarily mean that...
I can't be with him anymore. And I can't imagine a life without him. So I lost either way. What am I gonna do?
Don't be coy, David. What could possibly make you want to stay in Landview so badly you're willing to give up $1 million?
I've already answered you, Dorian. I intend to get to know my family.
Very touching. I could almost shed a tear. There's only one problem. The Lords are not your family.
I know it. You know it. No one else ever will. Ever.
Are you trying to threaten me?
We have a deal, Dorian. I keep your secrets and you keep mine. If you do anything to mess up my plans, you'll hurt yourself a whole lot more than you could ever hurt me. Now that is a promise.
Marty, that's not going to make it ring any faster.
Hank has to wait for a call from the governor before he calls here. So
I know. There's nothing we can do. The man who raped me, the man who killed Swade, the man who should be in prison for the rest of his life, that man may be pardoned. I know. Marty, get used to it.
No. Nobody says get used to it, but if the governor goes along with the proposal that Hank and I made him...
Yeah, right. Make a deal with the devil. Doesn't anybody get this? Todd is evil. He's never going to change, no matter what some bleeding heart counselor says. What happens if Todd comes after Nora and me because we spoke against him at the hearing? Ask him that, Nora. Ask him how we're supposed to ever feel safe again.
A full and unconditional pardon is not the answer for you, Mr. Manning. However, I do believe you've earned a shot at a second chance. And it doesn't appear you'll get that chance if you remain behind these walls. Therefore, I'm going to release you, Mr. Manning, but with very strict conditions. You're going to have to prove you deserve a second chance. Under these terms, you, Todd Manning, will be released from maximum security at Statesville Prison, and the Commonwealth will find you appropriate living space within a reasonable time frame. Until then, you will return to this facility every night.
In other words, it's a form of work release.
Mr. Martino, are you his lawyer or his counselor?
His friend. I just want him to be clear about the terms.
Work will be found for Mr. Manning, again, at an appropriate time and place. But at all times and in all places, he will wear an electronic monitor on his ankle.
A monitor?
Standard procedure. The police need to know your whereabouts at every minute, every day.
They're just playing it safe, Todd. Don't worry, you can handle it.
Well, we won't rely on the monitor alone. For the initial 6 months of your release, you will report to a parole officer 3 times a week for the first 2 months, twice a week for the next 2 months, then once a week for the final 2 months. In addition, you will participate in a therapy with a counselor to be chosen by the Commonwealth. Is that understood?
If I can put up with Ray, I can put up with anybody.
That's his way of saying yes, Governor.
If you break the rules, even once, you'll be back behind these walls, and I personally guarantee you will never get out now without any coaching from Mr. Martina. Give me your answer, Todd. Do you understand the terms I'm offering?
You know, Renee, I gotta think of myself, too. I can't be going through all this physical therapy and, praying to the goddess that it's gonna work and I'm gonna be able to walk again. And I can't be going through all that and, having him come around and making me all these promises and breaking my heart.
I know that, darling. But Luna,
Max has got to do this for himself. He's got to do this for himself. He's got to do it for him and not for me. And it's not going to do neither one of us any good if both of us are leaning on each other and neither one of us makes it.
All right, all right. That's what you want. That is the way it's going to be.
Luna?
Max, please, I asked
Look,
you not to...
I know you don't want to see me, Luna, but there's someone out here who won't take no for an answer.
Hi, Luna.
Hey, honey.
I think this water pitcher needs refilling. Excuse me.
Go on, tell her what you told me.
I missed you, Luna, and I was worried about you, and...
It's okay. It's okay.
Luna, I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Oh, no, sirree, it isn't. It's not your fault at all. I want you to look at me, all right? Now, you listen to me, Al Holden. Have I ever lied to you? Have I ever?
No.
All right. And you gotta believe me when I say that you are not to blame for what happened. You are not. But you know what's important? What's important is that me and you, we're gonna be all right.
But Dad says your legs...
Well, my legs are weak. Yep, they sure are. They're weak, and they're too weak for me to walk on right now, but they're gonna get stronger.
Strong enough to walk? Luna, you have to walk again so everything can be the way it used to be. You, me, and Dad. Is it gonna be that way again? Please, Luna, is it?
Oh, no. Don't get it. I want you to meet David.
Could be the hospital.
Hello.
Cord, it's Renee. I'm sorry to bother you again.
No, it's no bother, Renee. Listen, what's going on? How's Luna? Is anything wrong?
About the same. She's getting a little feeling back in her legs, but it's going very slowly. All of the doctors agree there's going to be an awful lot of physical therapy, but the really good news is that she'll be ready to leave for Landview tonight. So could we take you up on your offer?
No, I'm sorry. No, I can't send the Buchanan jet down to Texas because I'm bringing it myself.
Thanks a million, darling.
Well, you don't just have to thank me. You got to thank Asa, too. It's his jet.
Oh, my Lord. The things I have to do for Luna. You have a safe trip.
Will do. I'll see you tonight. Bye.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not. You got to stay here. Someone's got to stay with CJ and Sarah. Besides, I'm not going to be there that long. I'm not going to pack a bag. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to change, and I'm going to go. I'll be back by midnight.
Well, call me when you get there, okay?
You're not worried about me, are you?
No. Luna. I'm worried about Luna. Go on, get out of here.
Right. Now, tell your brother I'll go see him later, okay?
Face it, Dorian, we're at a stalemate. As long as you keep quiet about my not being Victor Lord's son, I will never tell a living soul that the 2 pieces of evidence we used to get you off death row were total fabrications.
How can you expect to maintain this charade when you are living right under Vicky's bloodhound of a nose?
She likes me.
She likes gun control and proper waste management, too. But we're not talking about her editorial opinions. Has she accepted you as her brother without reservation?
It's coming. But Tina has.
Oh,
and it won't be
please.
long.
Tina believes in anything in pants. Vicky, however, is another story. And if your little charade does fall apart, I'm not going to be going to prison alone. Oh, no. They give you hard time for fraud and criminal conspiracy. Don't be a fool. Take the $1 million and buy yourself a whole new family without risk. Just leave. Leave, David, before it's too late for both of us.
I might have a chance for a breakthrough if I didn't have to tiptoe around our noble leader, old stone-faced Grace Atherton. I'm telling you, Sheila, if one more patient dies while she's pinching pennies...
If you're not too busy, Doctor.
As a matter of fact, we're right in the
Ben and I
middle...
were just finished, weren't we, Ben? I have that meeting on radiology, so excuse me.
What have I done this time?
You know.
Gee, I missed the funnies today, Grace. What's up with Charlie Brown?
You're the unnamed source for this article, aren't you, Dr. Price? You deliberately disobeyed my order and leaked more information to the press.
Even if Todd is released, I'm not so sure that he would risk coming after you or Nora or anybody else, Marty.
How can you say that?
Because Hank and I gave the governor very strict terms for letting Todd leave Statesville. Now, you were there. You heard him. One wrong move, and he's going to be right back in prison again. And this time, nobody is going to spring him out. This is his only chance. He knows that.
Oh, maybe that's Hank with the news.
You want me to check?
No, I'll get it. What do you want?
Marty, we didn't come by here to upset you. We just want to know if there's any word about Todd.
Not yet. Bo says it could go either way, thanks to all the good people who spoke on Todd's behalf.
Marty, I did what I had to.
Yeah, you made that quite clear, Rebecca. Let me tell you, if Todd gets out and he does what he's always done, I'll let you explain that to the victims' families, okay? I'll let you tell them that he's really good at heart.
Is that Hank, Marty? Is that...
Oh, Nora, hey, we're leaving. We
Excuse
just
me,
want...
listen, I can't wait any longer for Hank's call. I've got to get back to the hospital. I'm late for my
maybe
shift.
we ought to take off with you.
No, would you please stay? Because Hank said he'd call here with the news, and as soon as he does, can you get the call and let me know at the hospital?
Marty, I'm willing to accept responsibility for what I did. Let it be on my head.
Oh, it is, Rebecca. Trust me. It is.
Landview Hospital is willing to accept you as a custodian. You'll be transported there this evening for orientation.
Tonight?
Yeah, unless you'd rather not leave here, Todd.
No, I mean, no, sir. I'm sorry. It's just that this is all a little fast.
Too fast for some people, Todd. But I'm counting on you to prove them wrong.
Governor, you said Todd will be seeing a counselor on a regular basis. I'd like to help with the transition from his group here at Statesville.
Ed?
Well, I don't know what kind of fee we...
No fee, Mr. Dunstall. I want to do this, not just for Todd, but for the rest of the men just like him who haven't been given this chance.
The chance he's going to have to keep earning every day. Every day for the rest of your life, Todd. Yeah, the world's waiting for you to screw up. I'm gambling that you won't. This isn't kindness. It's justice. But it has two edges. And if you prove me wrong, I promise you, you'll find out how sharp that other edge can be. Understood?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're gone. You can breathe now.
Oh, I can't. I mean, I can't. It's like a dream, right? I mean, none of this is real.
Oh, Todd, it is real. So tell me something, Mr. Manning. How's it feel to be a free man?
People are dying, Miss Atherton. And I still believe that the vaccine has something to do with those deaths. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't urge everybody who got that vaccine to be on the alert for symptoms.
In other words, you're above the petty rules and regulations the rest of us live by. Like when the hospital director issues an order barring contact with the press.
The rules don't work, change the rules.
That's your problem, Dr. Price. You think you're a law unto yourself. Well, guess again. I bent over backwards to let you pursue this theory about the flu vaccine.
It's more than just a
At
theory.
great expense to the hospital, I might add. And your research turned up nothing. But you couldn't accept that. Who's going to tell those frightened people out there not to stampede their way into this hospital?
I can assemble a team to handle whoever shows up.
You won't have time for that. You'll be busy collecting your stethoscope and turning in your ID badge. Dr. Price, you're suspended. Effective immediately.
Some things take time, you know. A baby doesn't learn to walk overnight, does it? Okay. I'm gonna have to work real hard, but my legs will get strong again. They will. I'm gonna need your help, though.
I'll help you, Luna. I'll hold your hand. I'll say prayers every night. I won't watch as much TV, and I'll even give up cartoons.
Well, that's gonna be real helpful. And those prayers sure will, but I don't think you're gonna have to give up cartoons.
What about you and Dad? Will that take time too?
Well, I don't think that is that simple. When I come home, I'm going to. When I come back to Landview, I'm not going to be going home. I'm going to be staying with your grandma Renee.
Why?
Hal, I think Renee needs some help with a pitcher of water.
What?
Boy, asked a good question. Why not live at home? I mean, if it takes work, I'm willing.
Do you know how I feel about that? There's nothing more to say.
Well, look, I have a lot to... You know what? I have a lot to say about that. Look, do you think I'm a loser now? Do you remember what I was like before I met you?
I don't think you're a loser. I think you're lost, and I can't help you I can't help you find your way back.
Yes, you can't. You're the only one that can, and I can help you. Luna, before I met you, I thought faith and hope were just words. You're the one who taught me to believe in second chances, so here I am. I'm asking you for some of that faith, some of that hope. I'm asking you for a second chance.
No, it's not going to work. It won't.
Luna, I'm not making empty promises here. I swear to you, when I get back to Landview, I am going to work at beating this like a dog. I'm going to get into group therapy for gambling addicts and... Look, I said it. I know I'm an addict. I mean, that's the first step to beating it, right?
Don't say things just because you think that's what I want to hear.
I'm saying it because that's the way it's going to be. So, darling, I'm taking that first step. I'm going to start rebuilding this marriage, but I can't do it by myself. I need you with me, and you need me. So please, please, sweetheart, say we can take that next step together.
Keep your money, Dorian. Nothing's gonna go wrong. I'm not gonna let it.
You're walking away from $1 million so that you can live in this little cottage on the fringes of a family that isn't even yours. It doesn't make any sense, David.
Doesn't it? What's the one thing that means most to you in this whole world? The one thing that can't be bought or sold?
We're not talking about me.
Your
We're
daughter. Your family. Oh, yeah, I used to have a family, too. Little house, picket fence, station wagon. We even had a dog. Oh, yeah, we made a great Christmas card photo. But you know what? It was all a sham. The house was mortgaged, the bank owned the car. I even think the dog was bought on credit. And one day the credit ran out. My dad had to pound the pavement trying to sell life insurance just to keep the bill collectors away. One day his legs gave out. And then his heart. I had to take over to help pay for the funeral, to keep the bank from taking the house. I don't think you really want to hear this.
How old were you?
16. Great life for a teenager, huh? While my friends were graduating and going off to college, I was wearing my father's old suit, knocking on the same doors that slammed in his face. And oh, they slammed in my face too, but I wouldn't give up. For years, I kept at it for his memory and for my mom. Then one day, Mom started to cough. 6 weeks later, she was dead.
David.
I let the bank have the house. I took a little apartment downtown. I'd never felt so alone in my entire life. One day I was reading the paper, and I came across an article about your murder trial. And it hit me. I remembered a woman I'd met when I was a kid one Saturday, when I was going around with my dad. Her name was Irene Clayton. She bought a policy from him, even though she didn't need it. She liked me.
I just bet she did.
It wasn't like that, Dorian. I told you I was just a kid. Anyway, she told me about the world out there, the world of rich and glamorous people. People like Vicky Buchanan and Victor Lord. And his wife, Dorian. Irene missed that life. I don't know, maybe she thought by telling me her story she could relive it. Eventually, like everybody else I've ever known, she died. I took her letters and I took her diary, along with some other things that she'd kept along the years.
You stole them.
I think she wanted me to have them. Anyway, after I read about your trial, it all fell together. I figured you'd be grateful. You'd be very grateful if I could bring forward the proof that could get you off. Oh, and it worked too, didn't it? You're free from your murder conviction, and I'm free from my past. And as long as we both keep our mouths shut, we don't have anything to worry about.
David, it's Tina. Can I come in?
And he says there's nothing to worry about.
She is my sister, remember?
Yes, and you better be careful. I've seen the way you look at your sister. Your eyes get as big as Krugerrands. She may be dumb, but she's no cipher. If you make a move on her that is anything more than fraternal...
You got a dirty mind, you know that? She's family to me, that is all. Tina, come on in. I was just going over some insurance options with Dorian, and it looks like I might have a new client.
Yes, I'm always looking for new investments.
Oh, I just bet you are.
So I'll follow you up with a phone call, and we'll go over that universal coverage idea. I think that's the way to go.
Right. We will talk about that later. That and other things.
What things?
Dorian is thrilled that I'm going to be staying on here in Landview. As a matter of fact, she even offered to take me antiquing to buy some knickknacks for me, so the place will look more like my own.
How generous.
Well, it's the least I can do for him after everything he's done for me.
But I told Dorian that she's already done enough. After all, if it wasn't for her, I never would have met my family. Right, Dorian?
Right. And I am so thrilled about that. I better be going. Tina, always a pleasure seeing you.
Oh, likewise. Bye-bye. We have to talk.
Wait, first things first. Did you get some more peanut butter?
I'm serious, David. I know what's going on here between you and Dorian.
I'm not fighting for a job here. It's the research. I am so close to making a breakthrough. There's a pattern, a reason for this epidemic.
There is no epidemic.
Come on, Grace, you know better than that. It's here. It's deadly. And if you think you can stop it by getting rid of me, you're wrong.
Price, you had your chance to prove your hypothesis. You failed. And instead of accepting that, you went behind my back, deliberately undermining my authority.
I'm trying to save lives here. Isn't that more important?
You don't have the monopoly on dedication. This hospital cannot function properly. It can't save lives if every resident is gunning for the headlines.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
I've seen your kind of ego before. It isn't enough to save lives. You have to be a superstar. You have to be the savior of the whole town. Well, I have news for you, Benjamin Price. Somehow, this hospital will survive without you. And so will our patients. I want you out of here tonight. And that's final.
It's okay to be happy, Todd. I mean, you can stand on a chair and start singing if that's what you feel like.
You know, I don't even know what I feel like. I mean, I kept thinking about this happening, hoping. I mean, the idea that I could somehow be... And now that it's happening, I mean, now that it's real. You know what I'm feeling, Ray? I'm scared. No, really, make that terrified.
See, now I know you belong on the outside. I mean, if you had said you weren't scared, I'd know something was wrong.
So it's okay for me to have this great big lump in my throat?
You have been locked up and treated like a caged animal for a long time. I mean, even when you were on the run, you weren't free. Everything is different now, man.
Is it? Don't get me wrong, Ray. I mean, I appreciate everything that you've done for me, but let's face it. Nobody out there in the big bad world wants me. Except one person, maybe.
Todd.
Look, Rebecca is my hope, okay? I mean, without her, I don't have a future.
Todd, do me a favor, okay? I mean, you have to learn how to rely on yourself. Your own instincts, your own judgments, your own value as a human being. You can't get that from another person, not even Rebecca.
Well, she stood up for me. I mean, you heard that. I mean, that made all the difference.
Todd, I know she still cares about you a great deal, but she has her own life. I mean, she's still gonna marry Powell Lord, isn't she?
Maybe. Maybe not.
When did it happen? Did anybody call in?
Well, certainly seems like things are okay between the two of you.
Better than okay.
He's the most understanding man in the world. You know that?
That's great, Rebecca, but you know what? You shouldn't be telling him that. You know, absolutely. I mean, even if you mean it, don't ever say it. Think it, don't say it, because it just makes their heads get big.
Besides, I'm not that understanding, let's face it. When Rebecca spoke up for Todd, I nearly lost it.
Yes, I noticed.
I've let Todd come between us once too often. I always kept worrying about what he wanted or where he was, and I could never trust Rebecca. But now that's over. Whatever happens, she loves me, I love her. Todd can do his worst. It'll never break us up.
Some guys take a lot of convincing, don't they, Nora? Nora?
You know, he said it wasn't Hank, but now I'm beginning to wonder.
All right, take care, buddy. Thank you. I finally, I tracked down that message. It was Senator Wyckoff.
Bob Wyckoff?
Yeah.
You were in Vietnam with him, weren't you?
Yeah. He still owes me a pack of spearmint, but I owe him my life.
Well, so what? He's going to come here and give you the gum?
No. It's a little more serious than that, honey. Could you excuse us for just a second?
Sure.
Look, somebody tried to kill the senator with a car bomb.
Bomb?
Yes. They kept it out of the press so far. I knew there'd been death threats on him, but anyway, look, he's holed up down in Maryland until they find this would-be assassin. He wants me to come down there and join him, supervise his security.
Well, you mean you're going tonight?
Well, yeah, I've got a few weeks vacation coming, yeah.
Those weeks we were going to put towards Hawaii. Don't you remember sun, sand, surf, me?
Honey, I'm sorry. I'd be an MIA right now if it wasn't for that guy. How can I say no to him?
You can't, because you're you. Darn it all.
Listen up, Todd. You have got to get rid of this grudge you have against Powell.
Look, as long as Powell
No,
has
listen.
got Rebecca under his spell.
Listen, Todd. Every man in this joint would kill for the chance you've been given today. Don't blow it by doing something stupid.
So what am I supposed to do, Ray? Just let Powell and Rebecca ride off into the sunset?
Yeah. I mean, your one and only priority is to prove you belong on the outside. That means staying clear of Powell and Rebecca, too.
I can't do that, Ray.
Todd,
You don't get this, Ray.
You have got to try. You've got to give yourself a chance to start a new life.
No, you don't understand. I don't have a life without Rebecca. That's why I have to get her back.
Dorian has a crush on me? Oh, come on, Tina.
I know how she operates. If she wants you, she'll do whatever she can to get you. And if she can't, she's 10 times more dangerous.
No, Tina, look. I know that you're just looking out for me and you're being the sister that I never had and all that, but you're wrong about Dorian. She's just grateful for the way that I helped prove her innocence.
First off, there's nothing innocent about Dorian, or her motives, or her tactics.
You were worried for nothing. Look, Dorian is a very charming, a very attractive woman, but I'm not interested in a relationship with her, or anybody else for that matter. I want to focus all of my time and all of my energy in my family right now, starting with my sister Tina.
I'll go every day. One-on-one or group one-on-one and group, a double dose of intensive therapy.
I'm not going to be your crutch for you.
Look, I'm not asking you to be.
Yes, you are. Whether you know it or not, you are. And part of me wants to lean on you, too.
Do it.
No. You got to face your problem alone, Max. And so do I.
Well, this is someone else talking. This is not Luna Moody. This is not my wife. We took vows. In sickness and in health. Darling, we're both sick. We're both in trouble here. Now, listen, we got to do this together. If we can hang together now, we can work through this.
I can't believe I'm hearing you talk to me about our wedding vows. Our vows. That's what brought me to Sweetwater. Our vows is what made me think that I could help you past your gambling addiction. And our vows, that's what made me think that I could help you get past this affair with Blair you
That was
had.
stupid. That was, look, it wasn't even an affair.
Well, you can call it whatever you want. But they didn't prevent it from happening. And they didn't prevent you from gambling away everything that you say you love. You tell me you've changed, that you've suffered and you've learned.
I
All
have,
right, well, then you are on the road to where you should be, but you're nowhere near. You are nowhere near there. And I can't take any more pain, and I can't risk being hurt by you anymore. And I know you're going to hurt me again because I know it just as much as I know my own name.
No, darling.
Don't even try to sweet talk me because I am immune to it. I want you to do me a real big favor. I want you to go and get Al, and I want you to take him home.
You don't mean that.
I mean it. I mean it more than anything I've ever meant before. I want you to get out of my room. And I want you to get out of my life.
Hey, Max. Got Ace's jet. We're all ready to go. All we need is Luna, and we're out of here. Max.
She's in there. Go on. She'll be glad to see you, anyone but me.
What happened now, Max?
Nothing I didn't deserve. It's over, Cord. I lost her.
I did the right thing. I know I did. It was the only choice for Max and for me. Only... tell me something, Renee. Why does it have to hurt so much?
No, I'm not upset. Your friend needs you, and he's the senior senator, for goodness sake, you know? You have to go and protect him. It's your duty.
You don't have to be so big about this, honey. Look, no, Todd may be released from prison.
I'm not afraid of Todd Manning. Okay, I'm afraid of Todd Manning, but you know what? You're not the only cop in the department. You know, I'm sure they'll keep very close tabs on him. Besides, I think you're absolutely right. He's not going to risk his freedom just because he hates Marty and me, you know?
That's supposed to reassure me?
Come on, let's go pack your bag.
I can do that. Somebody's got to stay here in case Hank calls with word on Todd.
All right, well then, let me give you a little something to take with you. Here, get out of here before I never let you go.
Okay, if there's any sign of trouble about Manning, you...
Look, just forget it. As far as Todd Manning is concerned, the worst is over.
Okay. So we're setting up a special ward for patients who've contracted this virus. Make sure you wear a mask every time you go in there. We can't be too careful, you know. You especially. Marty. Hello? What is it? I mean, have you heard anything I said?
Sheila, I'm sorry. I keep waiting for Hank to come and tell us the governor's decision about Todd. You sure he hasn't left any messages?
Well, not for me, not for you.
It doesn't make any sense. There should have been some kind of answer by now.
Ray, what brings you here?
Sheila, Marty, I thought you two would know about this.
No, about what?